Welcome back to another episode of Story in the Can, where we take different elements from each of these tins. So we've got locations, objects, characters and scenario. We take one from each and try and make a story, kind of live, doing it now. And then what we're going to do, once we've made that story, we're going to change the genre and see how we can use those same elements to tell a different story. So it's all about generating stories, basically.
Yeah, there's 160,000 different unique scenarios, not including the genre tin.
Yeah.
So our location is a creepy village.
So our object is someone else's wallet.
We've got a bank manager as the character.
Okay.
Our scenario is, drum roll,
Pick 3.
an audition.
We should have maybe shuffled these because these are similar to last time. What about let's go crime. So the audition is to steal someone else's wallet. So he's trying to get in with a gang.
So he's learning how to be a grifter.
Yeah. So he's like, well, if you're gonna do big jobs with us, we need you to do these little ones in the training.
Yeah.
Also, like the first thing you would ask someone to do was teach them how to steal someone's wallet and
Right.
identification and money, things like that. You might not even take the money. It might just be a simple exercise of, can you steal it, and then can you give it back,
Right.
without them noticing. But he accidentally steals the bank manager's wallet,
All right.
and it's got more money in than he would ever imagine. So
Okay.
this is what the audition and the bad guys have gone, okay, let's go and steal that guy's wallet. It's just a random guy. But this has got the bank codes in it, in the wallet.
All right. Yeah.
Because the bank manager, you've got to change your code like every 6 days, and he's sick of it. He can't remember it because he's done this for the past 2 years, and he's like, you know what, I'm just going to write them down. So he puts them in his wallet. Creepy Village, I reckon then it turns into like, you know, when it's one for the
Bit of a
genre.
horror.
Yeah, the film, it's like set.
You think it's like a hustler sort of
hustler
film?
thing, like a heist thing, or like an action, but it's actually like, you know, Hot Fuzz,
Yeah.
where it goes really creepy at the end,
Right.
but kind of makes sense. Basically,
So he's the bank manager of a creepy village.
yeah, and like the bank manager is part of this underground organisation, kind of like Hot Fuzz, where instead of the supermarket, it's that. Basically, I've just made that up, so you have a turn.
No, that's good. Yeah. Who would be in it?
Sometimes I take over, but that just like came out of my mind.
Right. You know what? Right. I really like what Story in a Can. I don't think you would have ever come up with that, but because you literally picked out 4 random things,
Yeah.
you basically come up with
And we have had these things before, so it's trying to like change them again, because we've had bank manager, we've had an audition, so it's
Yeah.
trying to change them again.
Yeah.
So what were you saying? Who will be in it?
Who? Right. So have you got like one main protagonist, and who would he be or she be?
Yeah, so the protagonist is the person who has to steal a wallet, gets the bank codes.
Yeah,
so
he's the new guy.
someone a little bit younger, so maybe
Tom Holland.
Hello, my name's Tom Holland. Can't do the accent.
He's English.
Yeah, but I'm not like a posh English guy.
All right. So Tom Holland.
Tom Holland and Woody Harrelson is the gang leader, because you know.
Can the bank manager be Mark Strong?
Which one's Mark Strong?
Mark Strong is in. Have you seen The Kingsman?
Yes.
You know the baldy one.
Oh yeah, Mark Strong.
one who talks like this.
Yeah.
Can't
Mark
do a very
Strong.
good Mark.
Yeah, yeah.
He would be the bank manager.
The bank
But he's
manager.
like a hard bank manager.
Hard bank
like
manager,
didn't
yeah.
mess with him.
And he's nicked his wallet, you know, so he's Spider-Man, isn't he? He's got the skills.
Aye.
So what would it be called?
The
wrong wallet.
misplaced. Codes.
Pickpocket.
Pickpocket.
It's a bit on the nose, isn't it?
Maybe it's just the name of the village or something.
Creepy Village.
Well, let's change the genre.
Okay, so we're going to change the genre. So that was a...
It starts off as a
Action,
heist thing,
yeah.
but then it turns out it reveals that this is actually a creepy village.
It's a bit
It's
creepy.
a bit more of a thriller.
Thriller, horror, things
Right,
like that.
You
So
pick a genre.
Fully.
Mix it up.
Right, so we're going to change the genre to a war film. So now
Sound effects.
so we can either keep with a similar story or we can completely change it. So now it is a war film. You go for it, since I did the first one.
Alright, I believe the audition. Alright, so we do have this Tom Holland character I imagine the cast is the same, but the audition is because he's actually really smart, and he can audition to be a specialist in the army during the Second World War. And if he's a specialist, he's not on the front lines, he's not a soldier, and he's really smart. And he's a pickpocket. He's really good at this, so he's good at like espionage.
So is that how he kind of got found to be get into the audition?
Yeah,
so
let's say
maybe
he stole an officer's wallet.
Yeah, and he's like, hang on a minute, this could come in handy.
Yeah, and the officer just happens to know like the bank manager or something, and they're using the bank as like sometimes where they'll take over, like the Secret Service will take over like a normal looking place, and the bank manager, quote unquote, is actually the officer of the Secret Service.
So where is the bank? Should we say it's like in Germany during the war?
Yeah.
And he's like really undercover in Berlin.
Right. Yeah.
So they're like, that's how they're getting that information out.
Right.
But he's like he's a bank teller, and he's being trained up that way. That's what I think.
Yeah, and his audition is, his audition is at the start. He learns how to be a spy, basically. And the creepy village is just a creepy German village where like Hitler's family is or something.
Something's going on. He finds out,
and he needs to try and figure out his like Hitler's weakness or something.
Yeah. So and then he's feeding that information back to the Allies.
Yeah. So he's like his audition is to be like a German spy saboteur sort of person.
Cool. I like that.
And it would still be Tom Holland.
Tom Holland.
And Mark Strong.
You'd have to get rid of his English accent.
Yeah.
That can be part of his training. And Mark Strong still. And
Woody Harrelson.
Is
still
Hitler.
Yeah, sure, yeah. Why
Woody
not?
Harrelson as Hitler.
What would this be called then?
If it was in Australia, then it would be Espionage Down Under. I think that's a wicked name.
Maybe something with like a German pun. So
I only know a few German words.
It would be like
one of them's bratwurst.
Das Wallet.
Das
because it's a wallet. I don't know whether wallet in German's wallet. Probably not. But definitely something with a German pun.
Which is just beer in it.
Yeah.
It's just beer.
It's beer. Beer and die Fein.
Beer die Fein.
Ich trinken die Bier und die Wein.
So, actually, you know what? We can't really think of any good names for both these. So if you can, let us know in the comments below what you would call this. And let us know the ideas you've come up with these ideas. So we had a creepy village, a bank manager, someone else's wallet, and an audition. Make that film, then change it into a war film. See what you come up with. I basically just like vomited my idea out. You did with yours.
Yeah.
And we would never have come up with these ideas without these prompts. So use them. Tell us what you come up with, and if you make a good film out of it in a script, even send us that over. I'd like to read it, actually, to be honest.
Well, thank you for watching another episode of Story in a Can. We haven't done this for a while, but this is a regular Sunday show we do every now and then. If you're a new subscriber, tell us what you think. And if you're an old subscriber watching, thank you for watching. And we'll see you next week.